Today's episode of Literally is sponsored by Lowe's. If you're married, or if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, do you ever fight about time? What time are we supposed to be here today?
You said 11, but your schedule is not as busy as mine.
Tell me on an average day, what? Okay, when you say you're busy.
Okay, first of all, this is supposed to be fun. And
it is fun. It's going to be really fun.
Okay, but I know. But talking about being late, I don't know. I feel like, shouldn't we do that somewhere else, like, later down the line?
No.
I think, okay, fine.
No.
I can do it.
Would you describe me as, right now, I'm edgy about it, right?
You could be edgy about a lot of things. And if that's what this is right now, okay, great. We'll talk about it. I'm open.
So
I think that's about you. You're in charge of how you feel, not me.
For sure. I mean, that's just I'm punctual. I'm super punctual.
So you know what you do when things like this happen. If you're feeling you weren't appreciated or having some moment about what this late meant to you, then you bring it up to me at a time when it can be really dealt with. But why would you bring it up now? Because to me, that feels like, it can't really be given any attention. So is it really an issue for you?
It's really an issue for me, but I realize that we're not likely to solve it in the middle of a podcast.
Okay. But you just want to share with others that these things happen in relationships.
Yes.
Okay. I hear that.
100%. It's like, how long have we been married? 34 years?
We've been dating. I think we've been together, I don't know, like over 35 for sure.
And you've always been late. You've always been tardy.
Oh my God.
Your relationship with time. You have what's the word? You have a different relationship with time than
I've never been late to work.
That's true. But you know what? That's absolutely, I take it back. That's a big thing. Because that's a big thing. No, really, that's really true. It's true. You're never late to work.
No, never.
And see, this is work for me.
Right.
Right. So I know you feel like you're coming here to talk to me. It's like we're just hanging out, which we are.
No, you told me I would have fun.
You're not having fun?
It's always fun with you, honey.
How about this? Do you realize you're a fan favorite?
That's so cool.
Yeah, you are. You're a fan. We get the lowdown line. People want more Sheryl.
So they just want the skinny from me, right?
No, I think they
say it like it is.
I think they like you as I do. I think they see why you've captured my attention. By the way, you look very pretty today.
Thanks, honey.
And you can be late as much as you want. Jesus Christ.
No, that's just not true. Now you're being disingenuous.
I'm going to take a deep breath.
If you rub your eyes, can I fix your hair, please?
Why?
I think it's a little like bubbly on top. And it's like...
Bubbly?
I know you get annoyed, but I think, can I just fix it?
Yes, please.
Okay, hang on. I'm leaving.
She was a makeup and hair, amazing makeup and hair, but not hair. That's why
It's happening. It's supposed to be relaxed and like, oh my God, so much better. Like a little chill, more chill. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's cool. There. I feel so much better.
It's better?
I don't know. What do you see? Look at it.
I can't see it in the monitor.
What, you can't see? Oh, shoot.
No, it doesn't matter.
Here, I'll take a photo. Hang on. Let's just, modern technology. Oh.
I really do. I really trust you. There we go, right? I don't care. Yeah, sure.
Fix the sides here.
I mean, this is a podcast.
Okay.
It's supposed to be,
I love it.
I know they put cameras in here. It's always something. It's like you do a podcast and they're like, oh, you got to have cameras now. I'm like, ay.
I'm so happy they do. Then you get to see people's expression.
That's true.
Kind of like, their body language.
That's very true.
There's a lot to it than just the voice.
That's true. So let me ask you this. We celebrated our 34th anniversary this summer. What advice do you have for young women, or not even forget chronological, for any, and forget gender, for anybody who is debating on if this person is the one in their life?
Oh, there's so much packed into that. I first and foremost would like to inform you, Rob. I don't like to give anybody advice. I like to just say, if I were to do it again, what I would do, or if somebody were to ask me
This is gonna end with
what
if
my
I were
elixir is for my success for today,
yes.
it would be that in my relationship, I don't take for granted that you know what I'm feeling, you know what I mean by what I say. Like, I really am careful to communicate and to talk about it in the format of, this is about me, this is how I'm feeling. And, can we just talk about this and maybe you can help me through it, or just to know where I'm at. And then the other thing is, like, looking you in the eyes, I always think it's really helpful for me when you look at me and you hear me and you're in the moment, you're present. So I know I'm being seen and heard, and tell you I love you. Just, I just think, like, as people get very used to one another, they just assume the other person knows that.
Oh, I see. So you have to fight the familiarity, the downfalls of familiarity.
That's right. And, like, getting complacent and that's all human condition and natural, and we shouldn't feel bad about it. I know I don't. But when there would be times when I was younger that I would think about something and it would be in the back of my head. So it's like a fleeting moment, and I didn't give it its rightful place in my consciousness. And now when those little messages come, I take a minute, I take a beat, and I think about them. Like the other day, I was reading somewhere the longevity elixir for relationships is, and they name like 6 or 7 things on Instagram. I'm so obsessed with those. And of course, the algorithm for me, that's all I get now. And it's that,
Oh, God.
is a little touch to your partner. Touch, hold their hand, tell them how they look. I usually assume I think you look so gorgeous.
Thank you.
But I realize as I get more mature that saying it and reminding you and myself that that's how I
So
feel.
articulating what you're feeling.
Well, no,
to
not
put it in
really. Not really.
simple.
No. Don't kind of keep re-saying everything I'm saying in your way.
Okay.
So I'm not saying articulate. I could just say it. It doesn't matter how it sounds. It's just hearing it and knowing it.
Saying it, just saying, like, acknowledging your feelings
Right.
to the other person.
I don't have to be so specific. It could just be a moment, like this morning in bed when I said to you, when I woke up and I knew I was getting ready to go, I wanted to get my hair done for today. And I said to you, I just want you to know I love you. And you were like, oh. And I said, well,
That felt like it was the middle of the night.
Oh, it is
Was that the morning?
6:30 in the morning or 7 in the morning is the middle of the night for you, because you usually sleep until noon if you could.
I do like to sleep. No, that was very sweet. No, it's really true.
Look, I think, to summarize, it's really just about acknowledging your partner if you can. For me, it's acknowledging my partner. And it's recognizing that this is my friend. I care about this person. This
Right.
person makes me feel a certain way at times, and I feel a certain way when I'm with this person. So I want to share that.
With the boys, now Matthew being engaged and Johnny navigating his dating life. Johnny's going to be 30 in November. Both our kids are in their 30s. When we were in our 30s, we were already married with a kid.
Well, Johnny's going to be 30.
Yeah.
Matthew's going to be 32.
Yeah. And yes.
We had Matthew at, I think I was 31. So they're close. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying they're there.
All right.
What's your feeling on that? What do you hope for them?
Well, first I want to say that I don't believe there are any rules around when people should do anything. Also, I feel like it's a lot to do with, certain generations.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people these days are taking their time before they're rushing into marriage. And I remember my mom and, and people during
How old was
that.
your mom when
19.
Wait. So your mom was 19 when she married or had you?
Had me.
I mean, I know that, but then
Isn't that
like
just
hearing it,
bananas?
she was 19 when she had you.
Yeah.
And I thought my parents were young when they had me at 25.
Yeah, that is so young. But my mom was a total hippie. Not that that relates to having a child at 19, but when you live in the free spirit life, that'll happen.
So she used to take you to communes?
No, you don't take someone to a commune. You either like live in what,
Did you live in
I'm
a
not going
commune?
to describe
Did
that.
you or did you not live in a
live in a
commune?
commune for a short period of time. But she would take us to Griffith Park, to all these love-ins. I remember seeing Hendrix with her. She would drag us to all these concerts, Led Zeppelin, Jethro Tull. There's some really great ones.
Why is my phone going off? That's where you got
Pink Floyd. And then like random, like Diana Ross, who I loved. I had Diana Ross's poster up in my bedroom.
You wanted to be Diana. Didn't you dress like Diana Ross at school?
Yeah, totally.
What was your outfit?
I wore, was it a white, like fake leather jacket and like black patent leather go-go boots?
Go-go boots.
Oh, for sure. In 6th grade, 6th grade.
Can you wear that same outfit for me later tonight?
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying.
How dare you?
How dare you? So, you are a true Southern California girl. I mean, most people in California have come from somewhere else. And there are very few, like, you're a total Hollywood. What was that movie? Little Fox. What was the movie of all the girls growing up?
Jodie Foster. And
Yeah.
Wasn't it Little Foxes? I don't remember the name of it.
Little Foxes.
Yeah, it was.
That's your life story. You grew up in Hollywood proper.
In Hollywood when I was young, and then was in the 6th grade or 5th grade. In the 5th grade, I think around there, I moved to the Valley, and then I was living in Sherman Oaks, a complete Valley girl.
Valley girl.
Yeah. Gag me with a spoon.
So would you have paid any attention to me had you met me when I was 15 and living I was never your type.
Oh my God. I was just going to say, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have had anything to do with me.
No.
I'm like way too, what's the word I'm looking for?
You were too earnest maybe,
Too
and a little bit like.
Too like a goody two-shoes?
I shouldn't say too. I'm going to say like you were things that I didn't have around me enough to appreciate. So it wasn't what I understood or knew. Like I was very in the surf culture. I liked, guys that were out surfing there's
Which I was not
beach guys.
near
Yeah, exactly.
that. I was a theater nerd.
That would not have been my thing.
No, you didn't.
But it didn't stop you from a lot of other people having that be their thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, you like the rough and tumble.
Not rough and tumble.
No.
A little edgy. Let's just say a little.
Yes,
edge.
I'm saying I was too. Wait, Ernest, you said it. You. I think you said that perfectly. What was it like growing up in? What was LA like? Tell me at the Sugar Shack.
Oh my gosh, growing up in the Valley in 1977, it's like
LA was the
crazy.
best, wasn't it? The best.
I can't even describe it. I was watching the documentary on Netflix
on
Sunset Strip, and it was just, I could have watched it 3 times in a row. It was like, throwback for me.
Yeah.
It was like super experiential. And I just think growing up back then, what was it? Who was it that said in the interview that it was just a lot? Like it was like,
Overload.
What?
Sensory overload and anything goes.
Anything goes. It was just anything goes. And, nobody, I'm not going to say people weren't getting hurt over that. Like people get hurt over overindulgence all the time.
Yeah. But
it was very commonplace.
So let's also acknowledge that half of the people in the documentary interviewed are dead.
Exactly.
So,
right.
It didn't end well for a lot of people, but that era that we grew up in and got to experience for the survivors.
What's this we thing? You didn't grow up in the Valley. You were in Malibu, like sheltered and making your little backyard movies.
Yes.
I don't really know if you experienced it until you were older and then understood that that's what went on like 5 years before you.
100%. That's true. 100%. But you were doing it at like what? How old were you when you were sneaking into the Roxy and those clubs?
Like maybe 16.
Yeah.
Or I had my learner's permit and I would take my mom's car. And I would go to like, I'd have a list of like 4 parties in the valley that I had just open parties. Like people would just have
How did
parties.
we get the list of parties?
Your friend, it just got passed around.
Right? But like everybody knew, but there was no social media. There was no,
and then I was,
how did we go where to go?
I didn't even have my driver's license. I was so young. And my high school bestie, her name was Carrie Hayes at the time. She had this great house in Studio City, and we decided we were going to have a party and just have a bunch of friends over. Parents were out of town.
Uh-oh.
And we were left to watch the house.
Yes.
With her brother.
Yes.
And it was complete and utter bedlam. Like people were showing up from everywhere. Like when we would get the list, and you couldn't get up and down the street. There were, it was so nuts. The police busted it. There were helicopters. The house was trashed. And boy, oh boy, did we get in trouble.
So great.
It was so much fun. I remember somebody had a joint or something, and they were by me, and I didn't smoke pot, but they were. And then I saw them pass it to this woman, and it turned out to be, it was like Carrie's babysitter from earlier on, and she was house sitting, but we thought she was out, not going to be home or come to the next day. We weren't even sure she was. And when they passed her the joint, and she was like, we'll be putting an end to this. So, there's those stories. The Sugar Shack was an 18 and under club, and
18
it was
and under nightclub.
Yep. And
how did I miss the Sugar Shack when I was 18?
You would have died over the Sugar Shack. Really, Rob.
And what kind of music was it?
It was when disco first came out.
So 77.
It was like
1977.
Yeah, it was a disco nightclub. And it was like all like the surf scene and like North Hollywood High, Grant High School, people coming from Woodland Hills, people coming from from everywhere. It was everybody. I mean, the Runaways would be in there.
That's Sherry Curry and Joan Jett.
Marie and Sherry and Joan Jett.
And Joan Jett.
Like everybody would hang out. I don't even want to talk about what will go on in there.
Yeah, like it feels like there's a lot of. I remember
lots of drugs.
Yeah, when I moved to Malibu in 8th grade, I moved in beginning of 7th grade. But by the 8th grade, I remember getting invited to the cool chicks' birthday in 8th grade. However old you are at the 8th grade, and like the cool thing was that she, for her birthday, got a gram of coke.
Oh my God!
And that was going on. And I don't remember parents ever being around. Do you remember parents being around?
Well, I know mine weren't. I don't know about other people's, but sounds.
What were they doing?
I'm sure there were plenty of parents around, and there were like plenty of people that weren't in the scene that we're talking about. The scene being, for those that don't know that are listening, is just the nightlife culture for underage, and lots of drugs and dancing and possibly early sex. I don't know, but I mean, it wasn't like the kid that was really studying to get into, like in high school, studying to go to undergrad.
That's another great thing, is looking back on it now. It's so different than our kids in high school. Like our kids in high school, everybody has got their eye on where they're going to go to college, and every single thing they do is about that. And boy, I remember in Santa Monica High School, it was like nobody even. I don't want to say that people,
nobody.
I don't want to say that people didn't think about college, and that there weren't people who were clearly going to college and working towards that. But like, it was not a part of daily discussions.
Not in your group, but I think that we're being very narrow-minded and short-sighted here. That just because we were attracted to a certain type of culture didn't mean there was every single person in our time. There were plenty of people that went to school and have made huge differences in life from our era.
That's true.
And not just did that later, like you.
My two best friends did. They were like, they went to college and stuff. But it's not like today. I think we're going to head towards, with all of the AI stuff coming. Well, I don't know if anybody will go to college anymore. But I don't want to talk about AI.
No. And hopefully they will, because we were talking with a friend the other night who was saying people still need to learn, philosophy and things.
They need to learn how to think.
That's correct.
They don't need to know how to learn to regurgitate.
That's right.
Information.
That's right. And trades will always be such a great thing. It's always.
Did you take wood shop and metal shop and all that stuff?
And plastic?
What do you mean plastic?
Where you like make all like the plastic thing. I don't remember, but like I remember I did like a frame and then I shellacked it over and like I had plastics. I mean, and I would make those like they were like plastic, they look like crystal like wands or whatever. I just made all those. I just remember making I had plastics.
Your plastics.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
don't make
amazing.
me remember back
No,
to
I bet
junior high school.
it's just amazing to me, like wood shop, metal shop.
I loved wood
plastics. Didn't know
shop.
that was
I
a
love
thing.
cooking class, sewing class. Do they still have those?
I don't think they do.
Holy smokes.
It's
I
like
still use my sewing techniques.
I took home economics.
Well, that didn't do
Home
you
ec.
any good.
I know. I failed.
So let's not brag about that.
I know my limitations. I know I've come to the realization that I do certain things very, very well, like top drawer, and other things are not my lane.
What's your top drawer?
I'm not going to pat myself on the back.
Take too long to think about it.
No. That's for others to say.
Oh, okay.
But I can tell you, I know what I don't do well.
What's that?
Lift heavy, cumbersome objects.
Right.
Don't
That
want
you easily could.
Yeah, but what's the upside?
I'm not going to talk about this right now.
Because if I torque my back, right?
Okay. Like
if I
everybody else, you go to chiropractor then.
Look, I'm happy. Like if I torque my back skiing, surfing, which is
So you have selective torque backing.
yeah. I don't.
So you
need,
don't want to help me lift a table because that wouldn't want to be the way you want to put your back up. But you'd rather do it.
I don't love doing that kind
Could
of.
that be a little narcissism?
Well, I have huge narcissism. I don't need that
Not
to
my
be.
job to out you.
No. This is a free fire. My people who listen to they know I'm very open about my flaws. But you are a lifting fool. You will like just grab. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm a doer.
You're a doer. You're a doer. Do you think? Is there anything about, for example, this coffee table that's bothering you? Is there anything
No, this
spatially, design-wise?
coffee table's great.
I know how your mind works.
Really.
And your mind is like this. Like you can be and then like it's like
Let me
wait,
discuss.
hang on.
Let me discuss
There. That makes all the difference.
my mind.
Mhm.
This table works because this is someone's vision that they've put the effort in and it is comfortable. You can sit around it without feeling cramped.
Mhm.
And it's, this is great.
Because listen, the reason I say it is you have incredible design eye. I mean, the homes you design break real estate records when they get sold. Your jewelry is amazing. I'm wearing one of your rings and one of your bracelets today.
Yay.
And like anybody, our superpowers are also the things that like the downside of that is I have seen like I'm saying, you'd be like, oh, hang on. Wait, just you be
No, I just remember a time I asked you to help me move a table and I had my side really well. You dropped your side and the glass broke on my foot and I needed stitches, in which I promptly said to you, Rob, you need to go right now. My blood was like shooting out of my foot.
Yeah.
I said, you need to go right now and get me something for my foot. You came back with a paper towel.
I was in shock.
It wasn't your foot.
And it was also before I had played a lot of first responders.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm
like right now, I would have had like a fucking badass tourniquet.
I do not think so.
Yes. Don't you know that the only way I learn anything is through the fucking movies and TV shows?
Well, you read
It's
a
not
lot,
true.
Rob.
It's
You
not
read a
true.
lot.
Yeah, I do read a lot.
Yeah, you read a lot.
Oh.
You listen. You're incredible. You source.
But you don't like me being on TikTok, do you?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I think it corrupts the brain.
TikTok corrupts the brain.
Well, you know what? No, I want to be more specific. TikTok can be fun when used moderately. But for people that have addictions, it really does appeal
The dopamine
to the
dump.
compulsive
Oh, it's a dopamine dump.
part of those.
They know it.
All individuals. Yeah,
No,
you're
they-
overstepping. I'm talking.
They designed it that way.
Honey, thank you. I just think that TikTok, it's cool. I get it. But it promotes this sort of like you start and then you got to have more and more and more. It's like you become like,
Yeah.
insatiable. And that's what they want.
Agreed, for sure.
So how
But
great is that for our youth?
how different is?
Wouldn't you rather be an example?
Yeah, but I get so much. I'm not going
I'm
to.
not, but stop using the I form.
No, because I don't want to. I don't want to tar anybody else with the brush.
Right.
My personal experience is I get ridiculous, mindless, numbing, hilarious, like
Oh my God,
check
the
out
stuff
entertainment.
that you send me.
But yeah, that's the fun thing. But I also learn so much stuff that I would not get anywhere else. Look, I'm not getting it anywhere else.
Do you feel comfortable when the kids were little and they would be gaming all the time? Didn't
No,
you set boundaries?
Yeah, I hated
So
it.
do you do that do you do that for yourself with TikTok?
No, I know.
Okay. I rest my
Okay, so what would you?
semi case.
So what do you think would be healthy boundaries?
To set a certain amount of time during a day. And then on some
much
weeks,
time?
hang on,
How much time?
you,
How much time?
I think right now you just don't want to hear the answer. So you're pushing through this.
I want specific. What do you mean?
Okay.
wanna hear the
Then I'm going to say it
specifics.
because I really, I just want this to be something that if our kids are listening, or men.
They won't. Don't worry. They don't listen to. They don't watch or listen
Yes,
to anything
they
I do.
would if it's me. So
That's
I
not
just want it to be that it's just, it becomes more random, less like okay, so right now it's every single day, certain amount of hours a day. What would be nice is to cut that hours, say like, well, you know what? This week I'm going to do
You think I'm on hours?
this week I'm going to do 5 hours. So that maybe means 2 hours one day, one another. And then next week I'll do. So it's just like mixing it up, making it more normal versus more compulsive.
That's really smart. That's a great observation.
It's just not becoming where it's like a habit. So, I mean, I know what it is. It becomes a babysitter and a time. It's this thing people do when they don't feel like they have anything else to do, when there is so much to do, so much more constructive things that you could do, even spirituality wise, like, even if it's like to pray or to look outside at how beautiful it is out, look at the sky. I mean, I know this really sounds cliche, but these are the things I think about. I'm like, even if it's 2 minutes, what, the famous saying, stop and smell the roses.
Sheryl.
I know you get outside a lot, Rob, if that's what you're about to say.
Yes.
But that's...
But yesterday,
when you're outside, you're also doing things that continually busy you up.
What did I ask you to do yesterday that you looked at me like?
Like, are you crazy? I have time for that. Golf.
No. Outside.
You didn't ask tennis. Play tennis.
The tree. Maybe you didn't hear me.
No, Rob, you didn't ask me to do anything. You held the tree and said, this tree has got so much incredible energy. Look at me holding this tree. It was all about looking at you next to the tree.
No, I wanted you to experience this amazing tree.
You didn't say that. But these are all things I love. This is not a complaint. By the way, I have no issue with that.
Because I'm out all the time.
Yes, I understand, but you're always busying yourself.
No,
and you're not a person that really spends a lot of time in stillness.
So when I'm out sitting...
Actually, when you do TM.
When I'm out there sitting at the Adirondack.
TM is meditation.
Yes, we're aware. When I'm out there looking at the sun going down on the mountains and you're organizing your closet.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I am not organizing my closet.
Sheryl Lowe.
No.
Sheryl Lowe.
I think that sounds condescending.
No, it's a statement of fact.
How do you know it doesn't sound condescending? That's just how I'm feeling.
It feels condescending to me, you say.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, how great is the phrase, what I make up is? Isn't that a great one?
It's the best.
That we learned this phrase that you should say, but what I make up is, because that it acknowledges that you don't know.
You know what someone else is. Yeah.
So what I make up when you say you are busy, what I make up is that you don't really properly understand that I sit outside in my thoughts a lot.
Wow, when you present it like that, that's super sweet. And sometime invite me out there and use your words. Honey, I'm sitting out here enjoying nature and our beautiful home. Would you come and join me? It would mean a lot to me.
All right, you heard it here. I'm going to report back to the audience
Absolutely.
and see if that works.
I'm an A student.
You are an A student. You're definitely an A student. Tell me more about me. Tell me more about me. Tell me what your favorite podcast that you've listened to is. How many podcasts of mine do you listen to?
Well, I learned my lesson the last time I was on, and now you're my favorite podcast.
What does that mean?
That just means
That was a dodge.
I think no, it's not. It's the truth is, last time I was on and I talked about podcasts, I had more time to do podcasts, but I was finishing building this house that we've since moved into and running my business, my jewelry design business, Sheryl Lowe Designs, which I love and I'm super passionate about. But I also love doing our home. And in the final stretch, I knew it was going to require more time from me. There's a lot more answers, a lot of really, incredibly time sensitive decisions.
Yeah.
And there's no complaints. I absolutely love it. So my extra time, I wasn't probably going to be listening to podcasts. I would rather read some poetry, read books that fill up my soul a little bit. Because when I'm doing the other kind of work.
You're not a podcast person.
Not really, but I mean, I do enjoy them. And so I listen to yours because I love some of the people you're interviewing and I love like listening to what you're asking them. And, just instead of asking you when you get home, I took to listening to your podcast. Isn't that good enough just to hear that?
I'm going to let that answer slide. I'm not going to dig deeper. Because at the end of the day,
this podcast today is about love.
Yeah.
I decided just now.
Oh, is that the theme of it?
Yeah. It's about love.
What do you want to say about that then?
I don't think anything. I feel so much love today in my life. I have 2 sons that I'm so proud of and that I communicate well with. And I feel so blessed every day, no matter whether I'm having a tough day or a great day. I feel blessed because I know that's part of the process and I'm happy. And I just like to remember that when I'm feeling less than happy on any given day, which I remind myself that's what's called being human, being alive. And I love being with you. I love our friendship, our relationship. I take everything one day at a time. I just love that. I don't just live for today. That just wouldn't be the truth. But
what do you mean?
I think I've heard people say, I just live for today. Well, it's like really, so you're saying you don't think about tomorrow at all?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I mean, most of us plan. I'm going to have a dinner party Friday night.
That's why the serenity prayer is the greatest thing ever. You can only control what you can control, and how do you know the difference between what today and planning for, it's finding that sweet spot.
And part of recognizing love for me is quieting my soul, quieting the voices in my head, the pictures, I really do make an effort to remind myself, okay, just slow it down, slow your dialogue down, Sheryl, as I'm talking to me now. And, these are this is the inner mantra.
Yeah.
And it really helps me be a better partner, more calming. Like when you're feeling anxiety, I allow this stillness to seep out, and I feel like we do that for each other. You're not as still, but that part of what I love about you is your energy. And so I have girlfriends. I have a couple really close girlfriends and their mantra is about love too. And we've attracted to one another in that way as we've gotten older. I'm not saying we're old, but as we've matured, we look for more loving environments. and want to simplify things.
Yes.
Because there's only so much runway. There's only so much bandwidth. And so now I choose to spend that on individuals I love being around, places I like being at, ideas and things I like to hopefully try to make a change or speak out about. And I'm very careful about that. Everybody has an opinion and not everybody wants to hear it.
Hallelujah to that.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to be around people where I also feel loved and feel appreciated, and that have patience with me and add more are, less judgmental. Because also as I get mature, I realize judgment is just it's a tough road. It can, I recognize, where am I feeling that? Where am I feeling my weirdness right now? And I'll look is it my stomach? Is it my chest?
Yeah, you're big on that. You're big on where's it coming from in your body?
That's
when
right.
Yeah.
There's certain emotions based on parts of the body.
Right.
And it's not my job to educate right now on your podcast
Sure
about
it
that
is.
because I'm learning. No, I'm a student. I'm not a teacher. Well,
you
I'm a teacher.
me.
Well, I would say emotions probably in the chest, or I don't know. For me, if I'm angry, I'm just trying to think of where I feel it.
I think it's probably different for different places. By the way, can I have some of your water?
What's wrong with your water?
It's too cold.
Mm.
I love
Then
there's something about the aesthetic of this.
Plus, there's lemon in it.
I knew it.
I don't mind sharing.
I knew it.
But now I took my sip first. In the old days, I would have given it to you first and then had my sip.
You learned to take care of yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, well, don't drink it all.
Yummy.
Thank you.
Right back on the thing.
Oh, you don't want it here?
That's your... I'm just trying to
put it back on the thing. That's called a coaster.
I'm trying not to...
Okay, hang on. What's that thing?
It's a coaster.
Thank you.
I'm just trying not to trigger your... what is it?
Don't say it.
When everything has to be in the right place.
That is true.
You know what's amazing about you? You have the ability, among other things, but my favorite Sheryl Lowe parlor trick is your mind is like a Tetris game. Literally,
I love puzzles. I really do. And
no, I know you do. And you can look at a piece of art or a piece of furniture and be like, yeah, that will fit perfectly in the such and such and such and such. And you'll get it home and it literally does. You have the ability to Tetris.
Okay, well,
it's amazing.
The thing about me is that I am trying to preserve certain parts of myself that as you get older go away. So I'm trying to be preemptive and a little proactive versus reactive on that. And so I'm doing these games where it's works your memory. And instead of playing my slot machines online, I'm now doing these matching games and doing things from memory. And my really great friend Maria, she's like, "Oh, it's
Maria Shriver, we can say
yeah.
it. She's
She's
good buddy.
Great influence on memory games and
yes,
brain benders, and she's brought intellectual behavior into my life many years ago. I mean, I have other best friends. I have my friend Gwyneth brings wellness into my life. My friend Ava, brings opportunity and physical activity into my life.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I'm sure in their life I bring laughter and love and consistency and loyalty.
You are also a complete, unique, unicorn, energetic spirit that is a true one-off, look, everybody is a one-off. And then there are one-offs, and you are that. And
I have to say on that, I really appreciate it. And there was a time in which I would have been like, oh, no, I don't want, I didn't want to hear any compliments. But now I don't look at them as compliments. I look at them as love letters.
Yeah, for sure.
Love language. And I really love that you see me and you feel that way about me, and that my friends, feel loved by me, and that my boys feel really taken care of by me as they're growing into finding women, wives to do that with them, is that like, I just remember as a young girl, really young, and then as a teenager, and then in my late teens and my dating phase, that I realized I was always really outspoken, but I would do it in a way where I had no edit button. And so sometimes I would hurt people's feelings. And it wasn't until a friend of mine had mentioned to me, he's like, that you have a sharp tongue. It can be really hard on people. And I was so young, but I remember it sitting with me. And so I didn't fix it, or at least attempt to work on it until later. So now I haven't changed that part of myself. I haven't suppressed anything, but I'm careful that just because I'm feeling something doesn't mean it's true about that person or and whatever in the universe. And so I don't need to verbalize exactly what I'm thinking at that moment. It just can't come right out of my mouth, but I definitely express myself, and I'm always about my truth.
Yep.
I really am. And if I make a mistake because I'm human on that, I try to come back around to it. Or work. I love this part of life being with you, Rob. And that is, you love to work spiritually to improve and become a better person. And you have shared that with me. And I definitely started it before you. I think, like I said, I read poetry as a young girl, and I love that. It just really, that quieted my soul. It made me think. It helped me as an artist.
Remember you did. I remember when we were just dating and I was a crazy man still. What were the two books you gave me? One was
I don't remember.
Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Right.
That sounds so dated.
It's important.
Like,
I love that book.
And then there was another one. When we were going to Fiji and Australia, there were two.
Krishnamurti.
Can't remember what it was. I wish it was, but you were on the path.
What was it?
Way before.
Was it like there was these books I used to read, like We and She, and I don't know.
It's driving me crazy.
It was like self-help way before self-help. It was like a mixture of philosophy, self-help, and poetry.
I was reading like Spy magazine.
It was just spiritualism.
You were reading that. Should we check in with the boys? That's always fun to do.
Hold on. Yeah, let's call Johnny.
Johnny? You want to call Johnny?
Well, you want to call Matthew? He's just at work, though. I think Johnny doesn't have a job yet.
Matthew's at work.
Try him.
Let's try him.
He's at first. He's the oldest.
Yeah, we should give him the proper respect.
Matthew's newly engaged, everyone.
I know, it's
so
very
excited.
exciting. It's super exciting.
His sweet girlfriend, now fiance, Emily.
We're on the podcast right now, but we just wanted to check in with you right now.
Did you FaceTime him?
No, but I didn't.
What? FaceTime him.
Let's see. There, I'm FaceTiming you.
All right, I'm waiting for FaceTime.
Wait, what did you just say?
There you go. Did you come in?
Good.
Hey.
What's up?
Sorry.
Podcast and then FaceTime. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, I was just saying we're doing the podcast, but we were talking about family and
you what?
We're doing the podcast right now, and we were talking about family, so we wanted to check in with you.
Wait, Matthew, hold on. We can't FaceTime.
Nice.
We can't
That means you have the world's most requested guest back on.
Yeah, she's a fan favorite. I was just telling her she's a fan favorite.
Maybe not after today.
No, it's fun. Yeah.
Matthew.
It's a good time. Did Johnny pick up or no?
I know you're our first call. We're going to call Johnny afterwards. What should I ask her in front of all of the listeners and watchers?
It should be a competition on who picks up on what ring.
What?
What's that? I don't understand. What?
It should be a competition. Who picked up quicker, me or him?
No, Dad's asking you what he should ask me.
I'm asking not what I should ask.
What you should ask Mom. Sorry, it's a little bit bad service. I'm walking the streets of Beverly Hills to a lunch meeting.
Well, pay attention. Don't just be on your phone. That's how things happen that aren't great.
I'm aware of my situations.
Okay.
You should ask her. I'm trying to think what's a great question that you can ask her.
You can text me.
Well, wait. I want to say this to Matthew on the air. So
okay.
I'm on.
I'll think of something because your last time, your guys' conversation was so natural. It's good. You guys were great You know,
Well, we have
that's what
known
it
each
takes
other
to
a
be
long
33
time.
I was gonna say, about to say, it takes 33 years.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Maybe 36. But Matthew, I just want to say while you're on the phone in front of Dad's podcast listeners.
I would ask her how many more dogs is she planning on getting.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh no.
I'm gonna ask her
which dog is her favorite.
Okay, all right. We'll call you back. Love you.
All right, bye.
What dog is your favorite? We have 6 dogs.
I don't have a favorite. I'm not going to say that. I mean, I do, but I don't want to face that.
I think you do.
Was it Daisy?
I think it's Daisy.
But then my heart hurts when I see Oscar too. I'm so happy. And I love Bob T. And I love Owen. And Bella's getting so old and she's so sweet. And then Olive, she's the sweetest, but she's just like not given as much attention as a young girl her age should be getting. But Daisy's my girl. I know she looks at me like, Mommy, you're everything.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
And it's the daughter I never had.
The daughter you never had. All right. Speaking of not having a daughter, let's go. Oh, okay.
What is it?
We are going to go to Johnny and see if we can get him. Hey, Siri, FaceTime Johnny Lowe. Up. Johnny, Matthew wins. He won the contest. Johnny didn't pick up.
Let's see if he picks up for me.
It's just good to talk to the guys and see what they're doing. How often would you say you talk to the kids?
Matthew, probably 5 times a day. Johnny.
5?
Well, about kind of business
because
too.
we're doing projects together.
Right.
Oh, I got Johnny back.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Can I call you back or is something up?
Well, we're in the middle of the podcast and we wanted to talk to you on the podcast. I got your mom as my guest. What are you doing?
Oh my God.
What does that mean?
I just know that I love you guys both and I don't want to be on your podcast with you guys right now. So I love you guys.
Wait.
Whoa. Where are you? Let me guess. You're at Erewhon.
What's that?
Are you at Erewhon getting a smoothie?
He's trying to make fun of me on the podcast. That's cool. I'm at Jones.
Even worse.
Better yet.
I'm with a friend. So can we not do this?
Yes,
just tell me this. What is it? Is it a friend or is it a friend in air quotes?
This is really out of pocket. Okay, bye.
Anyway.
Oh my God. Well, we have each other, Rob.
We do have each other. We may not have. I mean, it is what
we
it
are
is.
so dull to them.
You're a great mom. Such a great mom.
Oh, you are a great dad and a great doggy dad. I mean, I think I want to digress. I want to go back to where you brought up the dogs and what my favorite dog is. And I want to say, do you have a favorite dog?
It might be Daisy.
You can't have my favorite dog. Be your own person.
I know. It might be Daisy.
No, Daisy's my dog.
She does. Yeah, she loves you. She's chosen you.
Shoosh.
Bob's chosen me. Bob T.
Bob T.
We call Bob T because T stands for teeth because he looks like one of those actors that went and got veneers and like shows up in the next movie. You're like, I didn't know that. Okay. I mean, I won't name names, but there are certain actors out there that all of a sudden get new teeth and you're like, whoa, okay. Bob definitely has like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not telling tales out of school because he's talked about it. He's got the Ben Affleck teeth in Armageddon. Or no, Pearl Harbor. Jerry Bruckheimer made him get new teeth.
I don't actually remember anything he does. I really love, and what do you think of the new beaded collars I made the dogs?
You made them? Oh, you made them.
The new beaded and gemstone with their names.
It's very sweet.
Aren't they so sweet? Daisy also has pearls. They're fake, of course. They should be. But she wears her pearl necklace, her beaded necklace.
This is like when you know
that you love your dogs.
You're on the cover of AARP.
No, stop it. Don't.
When you're talking about like your dogs and like your kids are like out in the world and we're just old.
We're not old.
We are.
I'm not going to have this conversation. Manifest destiny here. Okay.
I don't feel old at all. Actually, good. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life, and I think it's some sort of cosmic, psychic, practical joke that I'm the age that I'm 61.
Well, what do you appreciate most about our relationship?
Oh, about you?
I didn't say about me. I just mean like, what is it you cherish and wake up and go, wow, this is a blessing?
That I have somebody who understands me and who, well, the number one thing above all else is, and this was the reason that when I realized this, I think like I proposed to you in the next week, was when I realized you would step in front of a train for me. And it's also the boys too, for sure. 100%.
I feel the same about you.
And the same.
I think that you're misunderstood. I don't think people realize how sensitive and deep and full of love and just idealistic and like, Midwestern values. They just think of the Rob Lowe that was famous from young and they just like that. But Rob Lowe, the man, is really deep, complex, uh, passionate, and smart. I'm not just like listing a bunch of cool adjectives, but I'm just like also saying that these are really truisms about you.
Well,
You're
and
not without your faults, which is what's so great. There's so many layers to you, and that's why for 37 years I'm still in love and interested in you.
it makes me really happy, and thank you. And I think that you have always seen me in a way that nobody else had ever seen me. That's the other thing, is like we were talking with one of the boys, with Johnny, about looking for a partner. And I was like, you will, when you will run up against somebody who sees you in a way that no one else has ever seen you. Who, now it's a common phrase. I feel seen. I mean, that's in the vernacular
You know
now.
what? Just because a phrase resonates for a majority doesn't mean it's overused. Or what did you just say about it?
Yeah, that's my fear, was that it was overused.
No.
But to use an overused phrase, it isn't overused. You saw me.
I see you.
Yeah, and did. By the way, at a time where not only did you see me, but you saw where I would go, where I could be.
I think for me in the beginning, as I think about this, because you love to talk about these stories of how we first met or how we first became. And
because I think it's
evolved.
Because I think it's
we
important.
Evolved.
I think
we and us.
I understand, but I think it's important because
And we evolved from a really strong friendship. And before that, we hung out in the same circle, sort of, and it kept growing more and more. So we didn't see each other at first, but we were around atmospherically. And I said to you the other day that even early on, I had this weird feeling about you. But because you were so famous and iconic at the time and like not teen idol, but like, what would be the word, a phenomena, whatever. I would never have allowed myself to think of it like that because I wouldn't have, I'm like, I just didn't want to think, could that be it? I wasn't that kind of person and still am not. So I didn't give it life in any sense. I actually did what the opposite. He's too famous. I don't want, but like subconsciously I had this connection, weird. And I was dating and in relationships with not multiple people at a time, but other people. So I looked at you as a real true friend. I mean, I introduced you to some of my girlfriends.
You're a great matchmaker. You were when I would get the phone call, get over here, there's somebody you should meet. I'd be like, over there. Great. You remain a great matchmaker. How many, at last count, how many, you introduced your sister to her husband. They've been married how many years? 36?
No, like 40.
40 years? And multiple others. You're a great matchmaker.
But then I just think about the relationship I was in, especially like right before you, wasn't even really a relationship, but it was like, I was in the sort of thick of being with one person because it was just easier, but not feeling about maybe that person and like maybe the one before that, whatever, anything more than that day.
Yeah.
Like I just wasn't planning. I wasn't future tripping with it. And I was just like, it was a feel good kind of thing.
Speaking of future tripping in the future, what do you hope for yourself and the family going forward in the next 5 years?
Oh, I would say personally for me, underneath the my layers of skin would be to continue to quiet my soul and to appreciate what's in front of me and not dwell on what's behind me or give too much attention to what's in front of me. And I really, how does that manifest itself into reality? It's like just be happy for my boys as long as they're happy and not push too much of my own expectations on them.
Yeah, makes sense.
Create an environment where they can flourish and improve by what they see around them. Uh, be an honest and good partner to you, and to our friendship and our love affair. To be a good dog mom.
Mm.
To be a great employer to the best of my ability, and help mentor the young, mostly women in my fashion business you know that feel they learn from me. Try to do the best I can there without running from that.
Mm.
I feel like the other part of, I don't want to get too caught up in the future because all I can really control is what's in front of me today. But I can try to be a better person for tomorrow by focusing on creating the best day today. If that doesn't make sense, it's really like how I'm trying to live my life, because I tend to get, when I was young, like a lot of anxiety and I got to get like 5 things done now, immediate gratification.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying that part of me is gone, because that's one of my elixirs to getting so many cool things done in our life. But I have to learn the word today. The most important thing to me right now is trying to strive for balance.
I love that. I love it. I love you. Thank you for coming on the
I will
show.
come on any time. I love that in the beginning of this, I was sort of starting to get hammered about being late coming to this today, even though we were in the same car.
I tried to leave you.
You can't do that. I'm your interview.
I know.
No, I don't ever want you to feel angst about, well, I mean, I can't control whether you feel angst, but not over me, but who knows? And whatever. Let's just have fun.
Yeah. All right. Love you, baby. You were fun.
Love you.
That was fun.
Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Literally, sponsored by Lowe's.